You can tell that it's around, as we say in Western Pennsylvania, supper time. I have a little diet soft drink. He's got some caffeine, some delicious coffee, because he's got a long way to go before his day is done, as it is with yours truly, it's almost about time to munch a munch here at Disalvo Station. But okay, let's talk big game menu, but not the typical tailgate / Western Pennsylvania, which is all good. We'll talk more about that later this week, of course, on the Coons Cooking Hour, Sunday at 8 o'clock. But I want to talk about what you do at the DeSalvo house with a little Italian flair that you can for our type of football, not to be confused with Italy's football as in soccer. But what do you do?
Well, I tell you what, it's like a party. They should claim it a national holiday. For the restaurateurs in Western Pennsylvania or throughout the country, I think, but mainly Western Pennsylvania, restaurants close because everybody's either having a celebration, going to a sports bar, but truly Super Bowl Sunday has really taken off to be almost a national holiday. People fest, they party, and I'm blessed that my parents are where it's warm in what they call the state of Florida, so it gives me a reason to go visit them. But every year we go to our little Super Bowl party at my sister's house and my wonderful brother-in-law Lenny, and my parents of course can't stop not working, so they're putting on a feast, and they really do it Super Bowl Italian style, but all style, because it could be from nachos that everybody loves. I mean, the grocery store gives everybody the same product, so and my mother or sister makes a wonderful bean dip with guacamole, with their nachos, and then with a little Italian flair, my father will throw in a nice pasta dish or some homemade fresh Italian sauces. He cuts up bite style, sautés in a little extra virgin olive oil, nice and crispy, and a bunch of items just to pick. And fresh homemade bruschetta, fresh Italian bread, toasted, little olive oil, little garlic, fresh tomatoes and basil. All simple items that you can get at the grocery store, and it's just diversified. Like I said, in Italy, you use the products you have in your given backyard, and that's what makes it special. But I could go on and on. Then that's the opening course. Then we get into, they like to make their chicken wings and traditional. I think everybody loves munchy foods, and whether it's chicken wings, whether it's their homemade eggplant parmesan that they bring to the table on Super Bowl, it's what makes people feel good while they're watching the greatest game in the world.
Listen, now we're going to show you that he's more than a pretty face. He is a handsome man, isn't he? Let's talk about the game. You got the New England Patriots.
Excited.
5.5-point favorite taking on Philadelphia, which is famous for some great food, and many Italians live in that great community too.
They do. And I have to say, only that the Steelers aren't in it. I'm a diehard Western Pennsylvania boy, raised in, where they have...
Many of those legendary Steelers have eaten here.
Absolutely. And being in Latrobe, right 2 miles away at St. Vincent College, Steeler diehard, Pittsburgh sports diehard, and I have to say that it's going to be a great Super Bowl. There's always the anticipation or expectation of what's going to happen. Can Philly beat the phenomenal GOAT, greatest player of all times, Tom Brady, and the best coach ever, Bill Belichick? It's going to be, there's an unknown. I guess you'd have to go to Vegas and place the bet and hope that whoever you want to win, bet against them, because you'll win either way. But it's going to be a great game. I really would love, being a Pennsylvania-born young man, that the Eagles would win. It would give me joy just to see, because we don't want the New England Patriots to surpass the Pittsburgh Steelers with 6 Super Bowl wins.
Listen, cigars, and we'll end on that. Sindicato, of course, this is something that you are famous for. And my friend George Johnson made the trip, retired postal worker. Salute the U.S. postal workers out there.
Absolutely.
Worked very hard. But he loves cigars. But I told him on the way up on the beautiful Pennsylvania Turnpike that, listen, you will never see anything like this here. But it's much more what you do as far as cigars than here at Joey D Cigar Bar. So tell the folks about what you do, and when it comes to cigars, what you're thinking about and promoting.
Well, I asked George, I know that George is a passionate smoker, and I asked him how many cigars you smoke a day, and he says probably more than you. So unless I'm getting my health insurance or my life insurance, I don't smoke any cigars, but I love cigars. It's amazing that what we do, 25 years ago, I guess I was ahead of my time when we took this beautiful 3,000 square foot cavernous, what they call basement, where they stored once coal in this 1903 Treasure Railroad turn-of-the-century train station. We turned it into a cigar bar because it was conceptual. It was something that my customers wanted. We added another product to the dining experience. We gave them cigars, we gave them cognacs, bourbons, all the great spirits, all the great wines that they want to drink. But we gave them an atmosphere, what sets us apart, to relax, to smoke with comfort, camaraderie, and liberty, to say, I can do this here in my backyard at Disalvo Station. Whether you drive an hour away because we're a destination restaurant, or our local group of guys that come that are members of our cigar patronage here, it's amazing that people come because they know that there's birds of a feather that flock together, and the relaxation that they're doing something without offending anyone. Because at Disalvo Station we have the best of both worlds. You can go upstairs into the main dining room or the atrium areas, and it's non-smoking. But when you come to Joey D's, it's a place where birds of a feather come together and they can enjoy each other's passion and intelligence and talk the talk and talk about sports, talk about politics, talk about life, and it's all good. And they can relax, because tobacco's tobacco. You can buy Heinz ketchup in Giant Eagles, you can buy Heinz ketchup at my favorite store, Coons Market, but it's still Heinz ketchup. Bottom line is how you deliver the ketchup and how you do it with a smile. And we have a great staff. Our head bartender, Christy, she's the magnifique. She makes people feel special. That's what it's all about. Treating people with a smile, cutting their cigar, lighting their cigar, doing the extra mile that not all places do.
Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it. After a very long day, it is finally time for me to say salute, good night, and remember, taste the good life. Always at the Disalvo Station in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Good night.
Salute.